guys, welcome back to Tip Tuesday. My name is Matthew Sturkey with Stone Mill Log and Timber Homes. Thanks for joining us this week. Last week we talked about tips for selecting your stain and chink colors. This week we're going to talk about the application process and give you a few tips on doing the application of the wood treatment products. What is the first step? Well, the most important step in my opinion is to clean the structure. Make sure you get the structure prepared correctly, get it free from dirt, dust, debris, mold, mildew, anything on the wood that would need to be removed before you start applying the coatings. And we have an application instruction guide for you if you ever need assistance, if you're planning to do this yourself, or if you're planning to hire a professional applicator, we have an applicators list as well. But the first step in the finishing guide is to clean the wood. Get it free from dirt, dust, debris, mildew, mold. You can use a product that Sashco has called CPR. It's a log wash that they recommend. You can get that through us if you would like to help clean the surface, but it's pressure clean, making sure that you're getting the surface prepared correctly before you start applying the products. The next product that is going to be installed in the next process, or the next step in the process, is to apply the penetrate. This is the borate treatment. This is the product that will go on to preserve and provide a wood hardener agent for the logs. And the penetrate is Timbor. It's a product that we supply in our log package, in the wood treatment package with the log package. And so you'll have that product to apply. This is a 2-coat application on the logs and the timber components. This is not something that you would apply to the tongue and groove decking. So the penetrate's purpose is to preserve and act as a wood hardener. It also does provide some additional precaution against bugs and insects. So after the penetrate is done, a couple of things that you would want to do before you start really any of the wood treatment process, the borate or the staining, is go ahead and make sure you cover all your windows and doors, cover all the glass, the frames, the sashes. Make sure you put drop cloths down so that if you have any spillage, you're not getting it on your porch deck or your porch slab. And then, of course, make sure all your window and door trim is in place before you start applying these products, because after you've done the borate to the logs and the timber components, then the next step is going to be to caulk around your dovetails, caulk around your window and door trim, get that sealed off between the log and the trim, caulk all of your wood-to-wood connections up here in your ledger board spaces where the ledger board comes into the roof system and into the log. So any wood-to-wood connection, that is a good place to put the concealed textured caulk. It's colored and it'll blend in with the stain. So once you've caulked, the next step is going to be apply the stain. And the stain is the pigment coat. It's 2-coat application. The first coat is a heavy base coat, which is typically brushed or sprayed and vigorously back brushed. After you've done the first coat, the heavy base coat, then you would do a second light touch-up coat to even everything out. So that's the next step, is to apply the stain products. Make sure you stain all the logs and all the areas that you want that pigment coat on, window and door trim, etc. And then after you've gotten the stain done, then the last coat in the wood treatment process is to apply the clear coat. And the clear coat is a 1-coat application. It typically comes in a semi-gloss or a matte finish. You'll have that selection when you pick out your colors to choose from. So after the clear coat has gone on, one of the last things that you'll do in the application process of a chinked log profile is the application of the chinking. And as you can see here, we've got window and door trim in, we've got electrical roughed in, and we've got this backer foam prepared and ready for chinking application. The chinking is one of the last thing that goes on the exterior and one of the last thing that goes on the interior. So you've got your backer foam ready. The chinking product would go into this joint all the way up to the back side of the window and door trim. That shuts this off where the chink joint comes into the trim, and then you'd have your caulk joint between the log and the trim as well. So you want to get a really good seal all the way around the windows and doors. Make sure that that is completely closed off, and then above the head trim and all your windows and doors, you would probably want to break a piece of flashing over the head trim, saw kerf it into the log, and seal it on any window and door that's exposed to the elements. Anything that's under a covered porch is okay. So that is the application process. And as I said, we do have a step-by-step guide for those who are going to be trying to tackle that themselves. I would highly encourage you to look into hiring a professional applicator. We have names and contact information from applicators all over the country that are certified by SASCO, zero failure certified, and can do this work for you, and they do it every single day. But if you do take it on yourself, it's really important that you get educated on the process and how to apply the product, and most importantly, how to prepare the surface before you start applying these products. So hopefully that's been helpful. Please feel free to reach out to your sales consultant or myself anytime if you have questions about the application process and about the different steps. We're happy to assist. I hope this has been helpful today. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to you joining us next week for more Tip Tuesday. Until then, stay safe and healthy and take care.